Hey Charmers, this is Joseph with Charm City Honeybees, and as you can see in the background, I am definitely not in the apiary. Also, I'm going to be the cameraman for the day, so please forgive me for any shakiness or moving, but I like to try to do all this in one take and put out the best thing that we can do. So we're still talking about all things working if you work it, but we're going to delve a little deeper, and we're going to talk about you don't have to be perfect. Now, some of you might have saw the thumbnail and noticed that the thumbnail is like probably me at a beach. That was yesterday. Yesterday, I had filmed everything. I thought it was all together, and the footage just didn't work out, and I was unable to upload it. So now I'm doing it right here in front of the hotel that's behind me, and I'm gonna turn so you can see the mountaintops that's over my shoulder. So to let you know that I am in Costa Rica for my wife's birthday, so please give Nephew a shout out. But let's go in deeper on why you don't have to be perfect. Too many times we're sitting here waiting to create perfection. And the issue is that the work will start to perfect your actions. You will never be perfect. Let's just make sure we put that on the table. You will never ever be perfect in your business. But remember that God is causing you to strive to be better. And the only way that we can get better is by simply doing the work. So we're going to follow me as I take Charm City Honeybees from a small company in Elk Ridge, Maryland, to almost a statewide company. And then we're going to go national. But first, we are going to focus on small business and how we do these principles to start to build and eventually X your business. So we want to go from 0 to 100%. So that means anything that you're doing now, I don't need you to be perfect at it. I don't need you to be perfect at it. What I need you to do is to start putting it out. That means allow other people to see the product. Allow other people to see the offer. Allow other people to see what you're doing. So I'm gonna bring up two things. The first thing is I was working on labels for my jars. And I worked probably probably about 4 or 5 months working on labels, making sure the labels are correct. I couldn't find someone to do them for me, so I had to do them. And as I worked them, it was hard. It was very difficult. And I started to actually, as you ever seen the snake starting to eat its own tail, that's what I was in. Sometimes we find ourselves in what I want to call whirlpools, and they start to pull us down. They start to pull us down so that we stop progressing. And that's the key. We are in motion. You are in motion. You are moving forward. But sometimes we get wrapped around the axle. We're that snake eating its tail. We're that whirlpool going down and pulling us down. No, that's not what we're going to do. Give yourself a time limit. No matter what it is, give yourself a time limit, and then we're going to push it out to someone that we trust. We have to have someone that we trust that's going to help us and assist us and to hold us accountable in what we're doing. Don't worry, if you don't have anybody, contact me. Contact me and I will help, because I had someone that helped me. In fact, it's my business partner that's upstairs right now, and her birthday was January 7th. She is my business partner. She's holding me accountable for what I'm doing. And guess what? Hey, Joseph, let's get the labels out. So we got the labels out, and guess what? They were wrong. I had the wrong amount of ounces for some of them didn't fit. But that's when the light bulb went off, is when I put that line in the sand to say, hey, this is the product. Then I was able to come back and fix the product. And then even one of my jars was still not correct. But after those two events, my jars, I love them. People comment on them. People love to see what we're talking about, especially when it comes to the community, especially when we're talking about, hey, how do we help, people with agriculture? How do we push this concept of putting more agriculture on our food as a bee company? Why are pollinators important? And all the things that we're learning. So that's what I'm saying. You don't have to be perfect. And now, number 2, you don't have to be perfect. And sometimes we're being held back by things that have happened in our past. Things that have happened in our past are holding us back now. So most of you might not know, I'm at 21 years of marriage. 21 years. Probably about 15 or 16 years ago, I went to a beach with my wife. And I saw my wife, what I felt was almost drowning. And I can swim, but I'm not the strongest swimmer, especially when we're at like the Gulf or in the ocean. And I reached out to try to save her. The issue is, I felt that I was drowning. I felt that she was drowning. Luckily, we were saved. But at that point, I stopped going to the beach. I still went to the beach. I stopped getting in the water. I stopped having fun. Yesterday, and that's why I filmed it, I was at the beach. I was at the beach in the water with my wife. Stop being held back by things. You don't have to be perfect. All things work if you work it, Charmers. Come on, man. We got it. We got it. So I'll be back in the States. We'll be back on point. We're going forward in this year. 2024, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about you. If you need help, contact me. We're going to get there together. Driving and building small business. Love you, Charmers. Hey, don't shoot the cameraman. Talk to you later.